So what's up? How's everyone doing today? This is your boy FlyIsland guy, and I'm back with another video. Today we are in the BN-2 Islander here in Jamaica, and this is actually an interesting little flight that I wanted to do. Now, if you know anything about Jamaica, there's two major international airports there, or two big international airports, which is the Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay and Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston. However, what you may not have noted that there's also a number of smaller, like just little tiny regional airports as well. So I personally did not know that there's multiple regional airports in Jamaica, but the one that I did know of is located in Kingston, which is Tinson Pen. So that's where we're going to be heading today. The flight is roughly about half an hour, and we shall see how things go. I'm going to try and do a recording of it as well, so I'm just going to get that started. And cool, so that's done. Yeah, so we are going to head over there today. This is an airport with no assigned approaches, so let's go to Navigraph. If you come to Navigraph, if you come over to MKTP, which is Tinson Pen, as you can see, there's no icon here to actually bring up any charts. So essentially this is pretty much an uncontrolled airport, and so what we're going to do is essentially take off from runway 7 at Sangster International, Montego Bay, and we're just going to kind of fly over Jamaica. This is a bit of a hill here, or a mountain. Jamaica's actually pretty high, so we're gonna pretty high. Jamaica's actually like a pretty mountainous, so we are going to kind of fly over and then head towards Norman Manley International Airport, which is here, and then we're gonna make the turn and head into Tinson Pen, and we'll just fly a visual approach. For the most part, it's a pretty good day outside, so I don't think we're gonna have any issues with visibility. And I just closed Navigraph, which was stupid. Although I don't really need it per se, but I'll just keep it open. Yeah, so we shouldn't have any much issues with flying and visibility. Weather's good here, so let's hop into the cockpit and let us get the plane started. We already have our flight plan programmed, so let's go. So I'm just going to go ahead and just switch this off and switch it back on. This guy as well, switch it off, switch it back on. Get into a better position. There we go. We'll get the left and right fuel pumps on. We'll do the right magnetos. And we will crank the engine. Also, remember from last time, just apply a little bit of throttle and let's crank it like Soldier Boy. Oh, we are not going to do this again today. We're not doing this again today. All right. There we go. Alright, right engine is started. Let's get the left engine started. Left engine is good to go. Okay, so while we are just gonna let the engines run for just a minute, I'm just gonna double check our cruising altitude today. Cruising altitude is 9,000 feet. So, shall get the avionics on and alright, still going through its startup. Keep forgetting that. Alright. Just gonna plug in 9,000 feet. Okay. Alright, I think this will change to vertical speed mode once we get in the air, if I remember correctly. But let's just leave that as is. Alright. Cool. Landing lights on. And generators on as well. Alright. Prop RPM to full. Runway 7 should be off to our left, so let's see what will be the best way to go. What's up, my boy? Bob's in the back seat as usual. It's a beautiful morning here in Jamaica. Yeah, man, I'm actually pretty excited. It's just keep the window open for now. Why are there always trucks just driving around on the taxiways, man? Come on. Yeah, as you can see, Jamaica is very, very mountainous. So just need to make sure we get up and over those before we start a descent into Montego Bay. I actually don't know what I'm going to descend to, but in general I normally try and get down to about like 1,200, 1,500 feet, and I'm coming in for an approach, so that's probably what I'll shoot for, but we'll go ahead and program it once we get in the air. So, also, Flight Simulator was just updated. So I see there's lots of changes inside there for the way turboprops behave. So a bunch of changes in there for the TBM, a couple for the King Air. So I'm actually curious to try that out. I might do a quick video where I just test out the King Air post update just to see how it operates. I just like this view. It's actually funny how small this plane is. Kingston coming. I'm gonna go ahead and just get lined up on the runway. And landing lights on. Engine mixture to full rich. And just gotta check our trim. Trim should be good. I think that's it. We are good to go. Right. Loving this little bird, man, I'm telling you. Alright. So as far as I know, takeoff speed is about 55 knots. And we're gonna get there pretty quickly. Knots, 50, rotates. Dang, I absolutely love the way this plane flies. So I'm just trying to trim it out right now. Just gonna raise the flaps. Alright. So with that, I'm gonna engage autopilot and nav mode will come on. I'm a little close to the top of that mountain, so I'm just going to keep an eye on that. There you go, increase our vertical speed. Alright. Cool. Alright, this is absolutely beautiful, man. Look at this. Flying over the hills of Jamaica. I mean, what more can you ask for, really? Alright, so we're heading to Kembo, which is the first waypoint. And let's see. After Kembo, we are heading to Manly. Well, we're heading basically to Norman Manley Airport. So I just need to calculate our descent. Let's see. So it's 37.2 nautical miles, I guess, from Kembo to MLY. So I'm just gonna pop that into my trusty precision descent calculator here. And as I said, we'll go down to about 1,200 feet. Which always seems like a weird number, because I should do like 1,500, but 1,200 would be good enough for me. Let's do 30 nautical miles. So yeah, I would have ascended about maybe 1,000 feet per minute, maybe a little less, depending on our airspeed. Plane is awesome, man. So this is the perfect aircraft for kind of just like low and slow flight. As mentioned, it's not at all really meant for quick travel. So you're gonna basically be seeing me in this aircraft just doing like a lot of little short hops. That's about it. I'm not gonna be doing any long 1-2 hour flights in this, because those long flights will just be even longer in this aircraft. Yeah. Sometimes I honestly forget how big Jamaica actually is. But this island is pretty huge, you know. The fact that I'm going to be flying from one side of the island to the next, and it's going to take me probably half an hour, 40 minutes to do it, is pretty crazy. I actually remember my father's from Jamaica, and so I've been here a few times, and on one of the last trips that we did, we ended up doing a kind of around the island tour, and literally that took us, it would have taken us a good probably maybe 10 to 15 hours, probably maybe more, to drive around the outside of the entire island. So we did it over a few days, got to see different parts of the island, got to check out places like Duns River Falls. I just realized, totally left my window open. Hopefully it wouldn't get sucked out if that was the case. But yeah, this is cool, man. This is, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because of the update, but man, this is just absolutely smooth and amazing today. It looks beautiful, it's performing beautifully. This is very impressive. Alright, so we are just about to reach our cruising altitude. We are within 1,000 feet. So it's going to take us a little sorry. Choked, sorry. It's going to take us a little while to get to where we're going, so I'm going to hop off, take a little break, and when we get back we'll be starting our descent towards Kingston, and hopefully we will be able to land safely and smoothly in Tinson Pen. Alright. Also, when we get back, we'll just kind of talk more about Tinson Pen Airport. No, actually, let's do that now. Let's do that now. Okay, so according to the internet's Tinson Pen Aerodrome, that's the actual name of the airport, is the largest of 3 domestic airports in Jamaica, and it's located on Marcus Garvey Drive, a major highway that links Kingston to the nearby residential community of Portmore. Now, if you listen to reggae at all or dancehall, you'll hear the name Portmore very often. So yeah. Let's see. I actually went to the website just to kind of show what it looks like. So let's go here. This is Tinson Pen. This is where we're heading. And yeah, it's basically a tiny little airport. Alright, got a little terminal, got desks and whatnot. Got a terminal building. It's pretty cool. The runway is, I think when I checked, it's probably a few thousand feet, 3,000-4,000 feet. So definitely way more runway than we need. And so according to this picture, we should be approaching the airport from this side of the runway. So we're coming back this way and landing on runway 32, I believe it is. And so Norman Manley, I believe, is kind of out here, the major airport. So let's see how things go, and hopefully it'll be all good. We've reached our cruising altitude, so we're just going to be enjoying the scenery for a little bit until we get over to Kingston. Alright, this is your boy FlyIsland Guy. I shall be back shortly, so take care. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have started our descent into Kingston. We are currently at 6,000 feet and dropping. I want to just keep an eye on the terrain, because I ended up descending a little faster than I was supposed to initially for probably about 10-15 seconds. So I just want to kind of keep an eye on things, make sure I get proper clearance. But as I mentioned, once we reach Once you reach Kingston, should be probably turning to 320 and just basically seeing if you could see the airport. I don't know the distance from Norman Manley to Tinson Pen, but I can imagine it's not too far in terms of nautical miles. Yeah, I don't think it's too far. Maybe like 5 or 10 nautical miles at the most. So just gonna keep an eye on things and see how it goes. As usual, in order to maintain the correct rate of descent in the BN-2 Islander, I basically had to not descend at full idle. So I don't know why that's the case. So we're probably hitting about 135, 140 knots or so. But that's the only way that I can maintain like 800 feet per minute. So once we get lower, I'm gonna actually see if I can, because we should be flying past Tinson Pen. So I want to see if we could see the airport on the way down. It's pretty cool, man. We're going through the clouds. Loving it, loving it. Got a little bit of chop, not too much though. As expected when you're traveling through the clouds. Coming down to just under 3,000 feet now, and we are about 12 nautical miles away from Norman Manley International, which is actually right in front of us, right here. I think that, yeah, it looks like a runway right there. Let us let's just hold at 2,000 for now. So I don't want to get too low if we're coming into like controlled airspace. Actually interesting that they gave us an approach that pretty much takes us right over the runway. All right. Okay, so we are holding now at 2,000 feet. Tinson Pen should actually be coming up on our left. Just trying to look out for it right now, see if I see it anywhere. Yep, I see it. It's right here. Okay. So with that in mind, we'll just try and keep an eye on it. See if we could like maintain visual reference with it. Actually, it's not. It doesn't look like, definitely not 10 nautical miles away. That is pretty much right next to it. So the interesting thing is that SimBrief put the top of descent for the approach to Tinson Pen like after we've kind of come over the airport and turn towards it, which seems absolutely wrong. It's like a harbor down here with containers. Yeah, so that's the runway there. So that's what we are shooting for. Cannot clearly see the runway markings, which is kind of weird. It looks sort of blurry. But at least we know where it is, so that's good. It's coming straight towards this runway. We're heading back that way. Man, this is looking beautiful. Wow. Man, it's views like this why I absolutely love FS 2020. Absolutely love it. This is the kind of scenery that you would have had to pay for in X-Plane or P3D or FSX, and you get it out the box with FS 2020. Alright, so we should be making the turn now. And I think I'm gonna go full manual after this. Autopilot will come off, and I'm just gonna hand fly us into Tinson Pen. I'm just gonna wait until we complete the turn though. Getting a little bit of stuttering frame wise. Okay, there we go. Airport's right in front of us, so I'm going to slow down. And disengage autopilot. Beautiful approach, man. Feels so awesome to fly over Kingston like this. Wow. Right, we are all lined up. Well, not properly, but for the most part. Go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tinson Pen Aerodrome in Kingston. I mean, there's Bob in the back probably got some whiplash because those brakes worked a little too well. Kind of came in faster than I expected. So I definitely seem to be having some frame issues, some frame rate issues. I really can't wait to get a better video card, but as you know, they're like impossible to find right now, especially the 3080, which is what I want to get. So I'm just putting up with it, but I'm looking forward to the day when I can get a better one. FS 2020 is a little too much for 60 and 60 Ti, especially in high. There we go. Good stuff. Had landing lights on all that time. They can come off. Beacons can come off. Awesome. So that is it, folks. We are good to go. Battery can come off too. So I hope you guys enjoyed that flight. Parked a little further up than I should be. Probably in a building technically or something right now. I don't know. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the flight. This is a pretty cool one. Never actually flown here in Jamaica, but it all ended pretty smoothly. I hope that you guys will keep coming back and checking in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be hitting you with a new video sometime soon. I try and do 2 or 3 videos a week, schedule permitting. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will catch you on the next one. This is your boy FlyIsland, guys. Stay safe and stay fly. Peace.